Hi, and welcome to week 3. This week you'll identify the 4 categories of literature representing diverse populations. You're going to discuss authenticity, and you're going to learn more about books that are banned or challenged. So you're completing the first activity by listening to the expectations of what you're expected to do this week. Then you move on to, as a reminder, that your literacy circle will discuss your culturally diverse book this week. Now, this book is a little bit thicker. It's a chapter book, so you will need to make sure you plan enough time to read the book before your literacy circle meets. The next activity is your first independent activity. You're going to view the sandwich swap video, which is below here, the sandwich swap, and you're going to read the article drawing their lines in the sandwich, which is right below the video. You're going to respond to these questions. How does this book touch on the questions of multiculturalism as suggested by the author of the article? How do the illustrations help the text to touch on the questions of multiculturalism? And what did you experience once you read the book? Or view the video is what you're doing. Post your responses in this Dropbox. Then you're going to take a look at the 4 categories of culturally diverse literature. You're going to view and read the PowerPoint presentation on cultural diversity. 4 categories of cultural diversity are identified. You're going to locate images and synopses of 2 books from each category and create a document of your selection. It can be a chart, it can be however you want to set it up, but what you will need to do is identify the 4 categories, select 2 books, any 2 books from each of the categories, and you're going to post the image and the synopsis of the book. And you're going to post that in the Dropbox for the week. Excuse me. The next activity is to view the video or read the book, A Day's Work by E. Bunting. And you're also going to look at the authenticity and translation PowerPoint, which is right below the video. And you're going to respond to this question. Do you think that a book written by a cultural outsider, in this case it's E. Bunting, can still be authentic, valid, even if it has some inaccuracies? Use examples from this book to support your opinion. You're going to post your opinion in the Dropbox below. Lastly, you're going to study a website on banned books. So you're going to peruse the websites found below or any other website to locate any information about banned books. You're going to discuss the books that have been challenged, and you're going to respond to the 5 W's and 1 H of challenged banned books. And you say, what are the 5 W's and 1 H? That's the who, what, when, where, why, and how. So you're going to talk about who challenges books, who bans books, what books, when are they challenged or banned, where are they challenged or banned, why are they challenged or banned, and how are they challenged or banned. So here are some websites for you to take a look at that. And then you're going to read the following information about banned books in California, because we no longer can ban books in California, thanks to our governor who signed legislation to make sure that we have no banned books, and this talks a little bit about that. Some reminders for this week. The book trailer assignment is due this week, and I had mentioned that in week 2 that it was coming up, so you're going to create a book trailer and a QR code. You remember, the book trailer is about a book, any book that you want. It doesn't have to be children's literature. It can be an adult book if you want. You're going to create a book trailer, and then you're going to also create a QR code for that. So when you click on the QR code, it takes you to your book trailer. And what you would do is, maybe in a library or in your classroom library, you would post the QR code in a book, and the kids, your students, can click on the QR code and watch the book trailer and get to know more about the book. After your literacy circle discussion, you're going to post your Caldecott book reader response, and you're going to then read the challenge or book ban assigned to the literacy circle to be discussed in our next class, which happens to be your literacy circle. And then you're going to also think about your field library experience. Have you found a library to begin this assignment? We're already in week 3, and there are only 8 weeks in the session, so you need to really think about that as well. If you have questions or comments or any thoughts that you need to share with me, please send me an email. Otherwise, I'll see you online.